One of the important aspects, as I say, of the surface preparation is that we make the surface look good before we put the coating on, getting rid of all blemishes. The coating is, any coating is only as good as the finish that you put it on. The material, small amounts spread to cover very large distances. The material comes in a syringe of this size. This contains 8 grams of material and is enough to do 16 full-size automobiles bumper to bumper once you know how to use the material. It sounds like that might be impossible, but actually it's quite easy to accomplish. We take small drops of material, such as we see here, and we can put a small drop on. The tendency would be to smear the drop. With KISS-COTE, we want to wipe the drop off so that there's nothing left on our finger, and we can go someplace else and smear the residue that's left on our finger to cover quite a large surface area. We recommend using an orbital buffer. An orbital buffer is different than a standard rotary buffer in that this does not go around in circles. This is an oscillating action. And as you see, it doesn't go around rotating, it wiggles back and forth. Another advantage of it is that it has a thick foam pad, so that as you lean on it, you will not scratch or burn into finishes of the car. Over this foam rubber, we put a terry cloth bonnet, similar to a shower cap, and then we'll use the bonnet to spread the material. To begin with, we have to impregnate the bonnet so that there is KISS-COTE on the bonnet. In the beginning, we'll put small quantities of KISS-COTE, and we'll start working it into the finish. And you can see how that small amount is being spread already by the bonnet. Once we have a bonnet that's impregnated, then we have the option of either putting the KISS-COTE on the bonnet or actually applying the KISS-COTE to the surface that we're going to coat. If we're going to apply KISS-COTE to the surface, we do very small quantities of material, running a thin line the size of a piece of thread across. And now we're going to use the buffing wheel to spread this material . Now that we've assured total coverage by actually applying excess material, the next step is to remove all of the excess. The tendency would be, because of what we're used to buff back and forth using an absorbent cloth. But rather than buffing back and forth, which is just moving material from one place to the next, we want to keep on going to a clean piece of cloth so that we're actually picking up excess material. The difference in the wetting of the surface that hasn't been coated is compared to the water repellency and water shedding. Wet the surface. It's important that we dry the excess water off, because if there's any minerals in the water and we have these very high beads of water, as it evaporates, it's going to leave any minerals that are left in the water. So the next thing we do is we come and we towel dry or take the car for a ride so that the wind blows the water off the car. Now I'm starting from the surface that has no KISS-COTE, then I come over to the part of the car that does, and you can see the difference in drying the water off.